Marco Forgione is the director of the Institute of Export and International Trade, and he joins us now. Hello, Marco. So this plan will establish a year-round route through the Arctic. Will it be a game changer?
I think it's a really important development. We've seen over the last year or so the real instability and fragility of the global supply chains, and opening up the northern route gives a huge potential to grow trade in a more sustainable, more resilient manner. We have to bear in mind that the Northern Sea route is about 40% shorter than sending the goods from Asia through the Suez Canal. So this has huge potential.
Who would it have potential for?
Now, obviously, this is initially to provide a much more sustainable, shorter trade route between China and Russia. And the trade between China and Russia is growing at an incredible rate. The two countries were expecting last year to do about £200 billion worth of trade, and they achieved £240 billion worth of trade. There are obviously specific issues with regards to sanctions and trade with Russia because of what's happening in Ukraine for Russia to trade with Europe and beyond. But should that be settled, that Northern Sea route is a really viable trade route, an economic trade route for much broader trade.
Talk to us about the problems that we've seen along the Suez route and also past the Horn of Africa, with a number of ports in South Africa in particular experiencing a lot of congestion problems.
Yeah, well, there's tremendous congestion internationally as a result of the attacks, the Houthi rebel attacks around the Bab al-Mandab Strait in the Red Sea, has obviously caused a lot of constraint for traffic through the Red Sea, through Suez. So there's a big diversion around the Horn of Africa. That adds time, that adds delay, and also is causing, as you've said, port congestion, because ships and containers are all out of sync and in the wrong places. And I think there was an estimate, something like 6% of global shipping is currently constrained because of port congestion. So opening up this Northern Sea route is really could be a very significant move for global trade in the future.
We know that this route is not normally available year-round because it just becomes almost impenetrable. So talk to me about what it would require practically to keep this route, I presume, free of ice all year round. What would the challenges be in making it available 24/7?
So there are a number of issues that are coming together. First is that the sea route is now ice-free for longer, and also the technology, the development and investment in shipping means that you've got more resilient ships that are able to transit and do the ice breaking required in the colder months of the year. So it's already being used, as you say, during the summer months, and the shipping currently flowing through that route, even with DP World, who have a relationship with Russia and trading, increased 50% last year from 2 million tonnes to 3 million tonnes, and expecting that to grow bigger. With regards to this agreement with Rosatom and the Hainan Yangpu, we'll be looking in time to transit something like 50 million tonnes of cargo. So this is a really significant step forward, and it's clear that the ships that are being built now, being proposed to be built, will be able to transit sustainably during those colder months.
Fascinating. Thank you so much. Marco Forgione is the director of the Institute of Export and International Trade.